Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In this video, we'll be having an overview of different shooting modes. So let's start with shooting modes. The first shooting mode is program camera mode, which is often marked as P on the camera. The program camera mode is one of the basic shooting modes and it's considered an auto mode on camera. This camera dial mode controls the main settings of the exposure triangle in your camera. Exposure triangle, we know that it is a combination of ISO, aperture and focal length. So no other camera settings like metering mode, white balance or focus area. All manufacturers use the same mode on camera symbol with the P mode on the camera wheel. As you can see in this photo, the program camera mode is marked with the P symbol. Now the next shooting mode is the manual camera mode. So the manual mode in camera is a more advanced shooting mode and is considered a fully manual camera mode. Your only guide will be the in-camera lighting meter. You can use the camera manual mode in all DSLR and mirrorless camera. The manual camera mode is marked as M for all the types of cameras. Now the next shooting mode comes is shutter priority mode. The shutter priority mode is marked in two different ways. In some cameras it is marked as S, while in other cameras it is marked as TV. Shutter priority mode is a camera priority mode and is considered a semi-automatic camera mode. Using this setting on camera, you will set the shutter speed and camera will set the aperture according to the available light in order to get a good histogram. So in short, you only have to set the shutter speed and the rest of the work is done automatically by the camera. If you set a fast shutter speed, your camera will select a wider aperture, whereas the slower shutter speed, the narrower the selected aperture will be. Now let's talk about the aperture priority mode. So aperture priority mode is also marked in two different ways. In some cameras it is marked as A, while in other cameras it is marked as AV. So when you select this setting, you will select the aperture and the camera will automatically set the shutter speed to match a balanced exposure. If you use a wide aperture, your camera will select a faster shutter speed, whereas on selecting a narrow aperture, your camera will set a slower shutter speed. And the next mode is auto, ISO and digital camera modes. This mode is marked on each and every camera as auto and it has below auto a camera symbol and it is marked in green color. By default we have to manually adjust the ISO. However, auto ISO can be used in any of the above digital cameras, even in manual camera mode. If auto ISO is active, this will be automatically set by the camera. It doesn't matter if we are using camera program, shutter or aperture priority or manual mode. Your camera will calculate which is the best ISO according to the light and other settings. Now let's talk about different camera modes. So the first camera mode is portrait mode. We know that portrait mode is taken only of some people. As of this example, the portrait mode is taken of a man, and a feature of portrait mode is that the background is blurred and the subject, that is a person of whom we are taking the portrait, is highlighted. So this image mode sets a wide aperture in order to get a shallow depth of field and to blur the background for taking portraits. Now the next mode is the landscape mode. So landscape mode basically is taken of the beauties of nature, like mountains or wide grassland or the snow fallings and all those examples. As we can see in this example, we have snowy mountains, then rocky mountains, as well as a lake with it. So this is a very fine example of landscape mode. Landscape mode has a mountain symbol and is used as a narrow depth of field to maximize the depth of field for shooting landscapes. The next camera mode is the sport mode. As the name suggests, the sport mode is used to take the photos or videos of the fast moving adventures. Like you can see in this photo, the a person is riding a bicycle, or it is a mountain bike race, right? MTB race. So the movement over there is very fast, and it is very difficult to take the photos or the videos in normal camera. So there is a mode for these two, that is the camera mode. The sport camera mode sets a faster shutter speed to freeze the motion of the subject in wildlife, sport, or action photography. Now the last mode is the macro mode. Macro mode is used to capture the photos or the videos of very small living beings or small objects in life, and by using the macro mode we enlarge them as if they are very large in real life in the photos. So using macro mode, the camera focuses on subject close to the lens. You can see in this photo, the dragonfly is very close to the lens. So this has been properly displayed while the rest of the objects are blurred. So thank you. That will be all.